Hi, everybody. So, this is Energy Hack Week at Energy Queen. I've been posting about energy hacks on my Facebook page, especially, and I wanted to make like a quick video of 3 different hacks that you can use to help specific places in your life and doing it through the power of energy, which is always behind the scenes creating your life. So, the first hack I have is really, really easy. Hopefully easy to implement too. And it is a hack for anxiety because I know a lot of people experience anxiety. I have been one for sure. And it can be really hard to deal with because it sort of feels sort of like you can't find it and you just sort of feel like the problem is. Anyway, you know what anxiety feels like. I know a lot of people know. So I have a really, really surprisingly easy hack for anxiety. I'm laughing because it's just I never thought I would say those words, but the hack is kindness. Yeah, hear me out, because especially if you're anxious about another person, in the Bible it says that perfect love casts out fear. What anxiety is, you guys, is negative energy, aka fear. That's what it is. And love, I like kindness because it feels a little bit like sometimes love each other can feel like, how? Kindness, though, is like you can kind of figure out how to be kind to somebody, right? So, like, who are you anxious about? What are you anxious, or like, okay, who is it you're having anxiety about? If you instead be kind to that person, you cannot be anxious about them and kind to them at the same time, because love casts out fear, and positive energy is always more strong than negative energy. That's how I do my work with Energy Queen Alchemy. I literally take positive energies. I learned how to move energy at will in the energy world, and I combine them with the negative energy inside of you. It literally dissolves it. That's what happens when you combine something positive with something negative. So whatever it is you're anxious about, if you start to do things that are kind, and I'm saying this about a specific person, this will really work. Give them something, say something nice to them, be like just considerate of them. You will literally not feel as anxious, okay, about them. And if you're just anxious in general, it probably has something to do with people still, right? Because it's like you're anxious. A lot of people have social anxiety or, things like that. It's about the world. So just be kind in general to the world. Like, smile at people. Or if somebody drops something, you're the one who picks it up for them. Or carry, if you live in a city, I live in New York, there's a lot of people who need things on the street. Carry things that you can give people when you see them. So it's like you start to just be somebody who, or even just like challenge yourself to do one kind thing a day. There's so many opportunities to be kind. You can pay for someone's sandwich or coffee. You can hold the door open for somebody. You can literally just be like, hey, I like your shirt. Or like, there's so many ways if you start looking to just be kind. And it's just so easy, and it will literally transform any anxiety that you're experiencing. It literally will. Try it out. It's incredible. The second hack I have is for humility, which is, I think, something that feels like, again, very conceptual. Like, how do I do that? And this one is new for me. I encourage you to try it out. It is incredible, though. I have to explain it a little bit. So, to be humble, again, it's like, how do I do that? Which is a really good quality to have, by the way, because it invites lots of good things into your life. How do you do that? What's a hack for that? Authentic self-expression, because we are human all the time. Like, me included, like, we have reactions to things that are always spiritually correct, if you will. But if you allow yourself to have your reactions, sometimes you will overstep, and then you will have the opportunity to correct yourself. So I'll give you an example. Recently, I was upset about something, and I didn't like blame people, but I was just open about like, I don't like this, and I think that this was wrong. And, you know, I authentically expressed myself here, there, everywhere. And then I kind of like started to feel like, okay, maybe I can like somebody actually cried or told me that they cried through an email. They said I cried about this, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I need to like calm it. And that helped me be humble. But I only was able to be humble because I was authentic. And sometimes in your authenticity, it's not that authenticity is wrong or bad. It's just like, sometimes it's good to just like kind of like let it all hang out, and then you can like get feedback, and then you can be like, okay, I see where the like humility space is that is right for me and other people. But it's almost like sometimes you need to reach beyond that, not on purpose, but just like be real. And then it's like then you come back to like, okay, I know, I feel what's right now. I feel like maybe I need to apologize for that. Maybe and again, it's not that your feelings are wrong. It's just that you kind of get a sense of like, yeah, humility, of like the fact that other people also exist alongside of you is what I'm saying. That you're not the only one who has feelings. You're not the only one who is part of everything. So that helps you come back into that like reality, if that makes sense. So be humble. You know, it's okay to do that. And try that hack out. I never knew how to be humble, and this helped me. This is very recent for me. I was like, oh, okay. And the third hack I want to tell you is for wealth, because that's something I know everybody on earth is interested in. And the hack for wealth is really interesting, and I've been using this for years, and it always is very, very good for getting real money. And it is this. It is have good boundaries. I swear to you, if you aren't bringing in money and you want to bring in more, even if you think what I'm saying is total BS, like, check your boundaries. Do you have good boundaries for yourself with people? Do you respect your own boundaries? If you do better at that, you will be able to hold and attract more money, just in general. It will come in different forms. It will, you will just have and be able to retain more and not have that feeling of it's always gone and draining. And the reason for this is because wealth, the frequency of wealth and the frequency of self-value, like valuing yourself, is the same frequency. Like, it's the same frequency. So if you do something to have more self-value, you will be in the frequency of wealth, which of course attracts real money. So boundaries is a really easy hack for that, because again, how do I have self-value? Well, if you have strong boundaries for yourself and you respect them, you respect your own boundaries, then that will always communicate energetically, I have self-value. I value myself. And how do you communicate boundaries? How do you keep boundaries? My hack for that is always talk about yourself. Boundaries are not about telling people what to do, okay? That's not what we're here for. You don't just, okay, you get it. But boundaries are about you talk about me, you talk about what's right for you talk about what you believe. If someone says something and you're like, that's not true, you can't try to make them believe it, but you can say, for me, this is what I believe, and this is who I am, and this is what I want, and this is what's right for me, and this is what I want someone else to do for me. But you're always talking about yourself. And that is genius, because if you talk about yourself and what's right for you, people don't argue with you. They're just like, oh, okay. If you talk about you did this and you do that, and then they'll defense. They're on the defense. But if you just talk about yourself, people are always like, well, that's your life. You can do what you want. You can choose what you want. So, yeah, those are my tips, and I hope they help you. And like with everything, all advice, you got to try them out. Got to try them out more than once. You got to really give them a good try. But I hope that they bring you lots of peace of mind, humility, which will bring so many good things into your life, and wealth, abundance, and lots of good things that can come to you through having good boundaries. So thanks for watching. Happy Energy Hack Week at Energy Queen. And if you have any questions for me, you can put them down in the comments. And thanks for watching. Bye.